Hi, I'm Ray Hutchins, founder of Data One Qubit, and I'm making a series of videos here that are addressing various critiques and concerns and objections that people raise when thinking about funding a deal of this size, an $11 million deal based on a $36 million valuation with no revenues. And so that makes the deal more challenging, of course. So one of the critiques is that perhaps, I might not be the right guy to lead it because I am not a VC rock star kind of a guy. Well, it's true. I'm not. I've not done multiple Silicon Valley exits, and I don't have a big Silicon Valley resume, don't have a corporate resume and corporate background. I don't have those kinds of things. What I do bring to the table, and it'll be up to you to judge whether or not it's enough for this, but what I do bring to the table is I'm an American entrepreneur. I mean, I started the old story of throwing newspapers when you're 12 years old at a time when you still had to go door to door to collect every month, get that month, and then you had to get up and have those newspapers out on the lawn by 6 a.m., rain or shine, on your bicycle, not your parents driving you around, on your bicycle, and that's 7 days a week, by the way. Okay, so that's where my entrepreneurial life started. Now, and I've been an entrepreneur and on my own with the very small businesses ever since that time. The only time I've not been in that case was when I was in the United States Air Force as a military pilot for 6 years. Besides that, I've been doing this. My biggest company that I ever had was a medical company, Austin Medicenter in Austin, Texas. I raised $1 million for it, primary care, a chain of primary care clinics, and did $6 million in business, and I was a successful exit 10 years later. My biggest deal. And after that, I've been in very self-funded, smaller businesses since then. Starting in 2000, went in the IT business, in all self-funded businesses again. And then in 2010, I got in the cybersecurity business, which I developed a passion for. Actually, I had like 600 websites at that time, and my sites were being hacked, and so I had to get in the business. Then one thing led to another, and here I am today. And so, but back to am I the right guy? So this concept, first of all, I'm the guy bringing you this concept. I am the guy who saw this problem of vendor assessment, because I was doing vendor assessments trying to find products to bring to my customers, okay? And I'm seeing the problem with vendor assessments. I'm seeing how impossible it is. And I read a book on vendor assessments for IT and InfoSec, and it's on a spreadsheet, for crying out loud. And I'm going, this is impossible. It's too much information to collect. This is why no one is doing it. Not even companies with vendor management offices are they getting it done. They're not putting the resources into it. But it must be done. We must have the best products protecting the networks. A law office, a small law office, has to have 5 products to protect it. You've got to have perimeter protection, a firewall, you've got to have access management, you've got to have encryption, you've got to have email protection, and you've got to have security awareness training. That's the minimum. That's the minimum number of products. You get a large enterprise, 35, 40 different products, sometimes 50 different products protecting a large enterprise. But which products? Which products are you going to have? Which version of those products are you going to have? Which companies are going to make those products? Do these products integrate properly? Complicated questions. No one's prepared to answer them. No one has a tool for making it happen. I saw that because I'm on the front lines of doing cybersecurity work. I'm doing the assessments and the mitigation. I'm doing the vendor assessments. So when it comes to am I the right guy? Well, when it comes to cybersecurity and a cybersecurity product and understanding what's going on, I am the guy. And building, by the way, building this deal, once I had the vision of this deal and I did some validations and talked to some people, and everyone's going, damn straight we need to do this deal. And yesterday, when I started doing that and I started collecting all these companies and looking at these companies and analyzing these companies, categorizing these companies in different product categories. By the way, there are, between how you define it, between 80 and 100 different cybersecurity product categories, okay? But getting that perspective, putting that, gives me a view of the cybersecurity world that very few other people have. Unless you did this. unless you went through this entire operation that I've been going through for 2 years, putting this together and developing this absolute commitment that this needs to be done for us as a national security issue for the United States of America. Am I starting to look like the right guy for this deal? I think I am the right guy for this deal. However, I believe so much in this deal and that it needs to happen and happen so fast. If I had the $11 million today, it would take me a year to stand up this IT system. So it's not going to be a get it done tomorrow. It takes that long to build this and deploy it and get it out there. But if smarter people than me come together and say yes and agree, because you have no choice but to agree that this needs to be done and done right away. But if smarter people than me come together and say, yeah, but he's not the right guy to do it, great, let's talk. Show me the guy or the gal that knows more than I do and knows how to do this deal, and you want to put in charge of it. No, give me some stock. Make me the CMO, I'll go sell to the insurance companies, okay? But let's stand it up, let's make it happen. This deal must happen, and no more fooling around worrying about it costing $11 million. It doesn't matter. The problem is too big, and we've got to do it. It's going to happen.